You'll all receive your respective benefits of a long rest, and after staying the first night in or just outside of Mirabar, your choice, you awaken to find that the festival is still going on. The racket kind of tears everybody out of their sleep early in the morning, and you're awoken just before dawn by the hustle and bustle of thousands of dwarves and people moving equipment back and forth, the forges firing up, metal ringing throughout the streets. Um, Pretty noisy.
Have we been called to do legal documentation yet?
Oh yeah, we have to sign this contract?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And she'll give us the parts.
In fact, let's see. Was it just did everyone stay in the same place, or did you all decide to go to different places when you rested?
I rested outside of town at the Golden Rose Associate, like in the little shitty shack or whatever.
I mean, if Soren could give us all free rooms, then I think we'd end up there.
Yeah. No one is there for you, but if you wake up and go down to the kind of lobby area, front room, you're informed by the owner that a message has been left for the group. And it seems to be directions for some sort of meeting and time. Specifically, they tell you to meet back up near the Trollbreaker Manor at about the equivalent of 10 a.m.
Well, I'll relay that to everybody.
Alright. Let's make sure we don't lose the house we just got.
What else?
Mansion.
What a mansion.
Estate?
Yeah, there's land in part of that deal that we're putting up as
Yeah,
collateral.
it's technically an estate, I think, would be the term. There's a walled area. There's some various properties inside the walled area, and there's land around it that is technically belonging to you.
That we're putting up to finance this drill.
Yep.
I mean, the drill's gonna work. It'll be fine. No problem.
What's
I mean,
the worst
I
thing
believe in this little wizard guy here. You know, he seems like he knows what he's talking about.
And he is nowhere to be found.
Must have had a good date then. Wait a minute. Doesn't she want someone to watch him work on this?
Well, he's gonna help. They're gonna build it. He's just giving them the designs and what.
And they're handling the mithril part of it. He's kind of the creative director, but you do recall that they wanted people with him in the process, yeah. Thing. And he is not around.
We're going to have to find him before this meeting, aren't we?
I mean, does he really need to be there at the beginning to sign this? I don't know.
This is not going to look good on his review for acceptance into the guild.
What guild?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He's on probation.
What guild?
Us.
We're not a guild.
I mean, at this point, are we?
No.
No, that's not how guilds work.
We have a giant plot of land that we have houses that we aren't going to know what to do with. That sounds like a
That
guild.
doesn't make us a guild. It's not a guild. Do you know what? I'm not even from here and I know what a guild is.
I don't even know what a guild is, and I know what a guild is.
Anyway, just because we have one shitty underground sewer den and a piece of land we've never even been to doesn't really mean a lot. So let's get this fucking deal over with, and we can get along with our business.
How much time till this deal takes place?
You have roughly 4 or 5 hours.
The hunt for Soda Mage begins.
For the what now? Who?
For
What?
the what?
Soda Mage, he said.
Yep.
Yes, looking closely at the. If you inquire as to the message left for you, there's papers alongside it, and it does in fact mention that they would specifically like the artisan to be present.
I mean, push comes to shove, we can always show up at what's her name shop.
Oh yes, Sigurd.
They might be there. Or she might be there. She can tell us where he is. Oh. What do you think, Mabe?
That's probably your best bet. I mean,
Well, I
it's
guess I'm going to the shop since the other two are fucked off somewhere.
all right. So
Well-
you're heading back to the shop in the
Which shop
Hall
is
of All
this?
Fires. I think it was right after you left the session. They went back into the Hall of All Fires where all the artisans were, and they were inquiring around about some different smiths. Some due to the lack of anti-magic legislation here, there are some rune smiths and things around, and they were asking them. They met one runesmith woman, dwarven woman named Sigurd.
Oh, okay. Then we're gonna
Yeah.
get them to help with the drill.
Yeah, Handy's character Asher
Wanted to
did a
learn
not
freaking-
exactly stellar job of trying to charm her. So
Was terrible.
It's hilarious.
yep, it was. Well, let's handle this real quick before the session ends, so that we can get prices and stuff out of the way. And then it turned into I think a 45-minute long struggle with this character.
It was longer than
So,
5 minutes. I have the tape.
45 minutes. All right, you're heading to the Hall of All Fires. Is anybody else following or going anywhere else?
I guess I'll tag along. So wait, who went to the brothel that needs healing?
Do what? What was that about healing?
I heard
Somebody-
something about a brothel. What?
Oh yeah, I did say that Thorin went to find a dwarven whore. But that doesn't mean he got sick.
You're not a doctor.
Says
I
the
feel
not doctor.
fine.
Yeah, fortunately, Soren, you do feel fine as of now.
Did you roll a con save for me?
Mirabar is a fine enough city that I figured Soren
Not
has
too
a sharp
trashy.
enough eye to avoid enough cash to
Why
avoid.
is Soren scratching himself?
All right, so Soren, Fang, either you tagging along?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. My pet project has to wait till after we complete this quest line.
All right, you all head to the Hall of All Fires, and it's packed as ever. Today's theme, it seems like there's kind of a declaration that's been put out. There's some flyers up front, and some people talking about it. Today's little attraction is that a lot of the smiths there are working on various ceremonial helmets as a kind of showcase of their work. And so you see a lot of those being forged. It takes you a while, but you're eventually able to push through the crowd and get back to where you remember Sigurd's shop being from the other day. And most of the equipment is there in the same state that you remember it being in. But there's somebody else there. It's some human guy. He looks pretty young, and he's just kind of cleaning up the shop rather than working on
Hey, where's Sigurd?
it. Sigrid, she didn't come in today, so she paid me to make sure the place is cleaned up and nobody comes in here getting handy with any of her equipment.
Really good first date.
Just almost already supposed to be being handsy with her. It's out of character, by the way. Do you know where she lives?
Sort of. It's kind of an odd question.
A friend of ours went on a romantic occasion with her last night and did not show back up.
Went on a romantic occasion, he says.
Why are you talking like that?
Trying to be polite.
Well,
They went on a date, and obviously things went well.
Oh, well, I can pass along a message to her next time I see her if you need me to.
We're mostly just trying to find the gentleman.
Oh, well, I don't know exactly where she's at, but she's not too far from where the residential area meets the Undercity Square. If you look for the, it's kind of a barracks, heavily armored. They call themselves the Axe of Mirabar, the city's army. She's not really too far from where they're based.
Okay.
And then he kind of looks around and says, "So it's west, so shouldn't be too hard to find, but it's odd for her not to come in the shop at all. Um, Usually she at least leaves instructions, but
God damn it, Asher killed her. That's out of character.
there wasn't even a note on the shop, so hope she's doing all right." And he just goes back to brushing the different work services and things.
I guess like
Going to the area he mentioned, looking for it.
Yep.
All right, investigation rolls, please. Because you soon find out that there are many barracks.
So I forget, is this character Toki's playing now the robot or the dwarf?
The dwarf.
Ah.
Marge, the one and only. Also, ignore that I rolled your Skianova earlier, Soren. Roll 20 apparently had some bug going on with its character sheets, and I was trying to test if they still worked.
I don't know about a bug, but a person who never rolls over a 10 got 3 nat 20s on Sunday.
Very good.
I don't have. Does Roll20 have an app?
I think it has mobile support, but it's finicky because it only works for some devices, and it seems
it's
kind of arbitrary.
terrible.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Also,
Then
you
I'll.
have to have a pro membership to use it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So I won't be able to roll, but
I can roll for
yeah.
you, but
That's fine.
Can we just switch to real dice?
yeah, let's just all let's just drive across the country and meet up at the most central location. We'll have a game once every 2 months.
Very far away.
Oh, you got a 20 on your investigation. Okay, so Soren and Fang, unless Marge also wants to roll, then you two manage to put your heads together and you kind of navigate through the different barracks and guard posts. You speak to people. They all kind of look the same, and so it's easy to get caught in a circle because they're all wearing such heavy armor that there really is
Wow.
no difference between them other than dwarf and human, and
You're
maybe their
racist.
voices if you get close enough. Yes, the because they're also on their armor that they're wearing. They're wearing helmets as well, and of course in dwarvish fashion, the helmets are kind of shaped uh, like faces, and they have essentially beards built in. Like the gorgets to protect their necks on the armor are fashioned as if they're beards, and so really all you can see are the eyes. But eventually, you manage to figure out more or less which barracks you think that the guy cleaning the shop was talking about, and you end up near the Undercity Square. There's this open area between three buildings, and beyond that is the entrance to the Undercity. A little bit ways away, if you kind of head back down the road, there's an area where the residential district kind of closes in, and there's a big wall shutting the residential area off from the Undercity, and the Undercity area is heavily guarded. You remember that the guy cleaning the shop mentioned that about where the residential area meets this is where he is pretty sure that Sigrid lives. But looking around, it doesn't seem to be too heavily populated right now because most people are away from the residential area and are at the actual shops. So there are just a few people going up and down the road, a couple of older folks, or well, old by dwarf standards as far as you can tell, sitting around and enjoying the peace and quiet as everybody's gone to the other part of the city.
Oh crap. Okay, that works. So apparently androids have Roll20 app, and that was me using that.
Interesting. Maybe they did put out a mobile app.
Good to know. Sorry.
It's still shit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you see just a few folks sitting around their houses. A lot of these houses look sturdy, built in stone, but there otherwise aren't too many markings really showing ownership.
Hey, do any of you know if someone named Sigurd lives down here?
Some old dwarf with a pipe raises his brows, and his brows are, let's just say his eyebrows kind of resemble caterpillars.
Huh, he reminds me of a guy named Lee.
Stop. But yes, that's the idea.
Eugene Levy.
That works too. He raises his brows and says, "Oh, did the axe send you? You're not too armored."
No, I do my best work unarmored.
Well, for a couple of investigators, you look like a real varied party.
I'm sorry, investigators?
Well, if you're asking about Sigurd, she's figured you're here for the investigation. He points down the way and says, "The rest of the people are over there looking at it."
Oh man, she was definitely murdered.
God damn it, Kenji! Did you actually have them murder suicide
Yeah,
to get
totally.
out of role playing?
Yeah, Handy left the campaign. That's what really happened, buddy. But no, he points you that way and says, "Shame."
Oh, shit. I just gotta take off. I just gotta take off down that way.
Follow suit.
Yep. Well,
As you round the corner, you see various humans and dwarves in the same heavy armor that you saw the other guards in, and they're kind of forming a wall blocking off the street from a crowd of people that are looking. Because it's mixed humans and dwarves, the humans kind of have to kneel to lock shields with the dwarves, but they manage it,
so
and
dumb.
you see behind them. Yeah, you see behind them that there are a couple people kind of busily working around this scene, but it's pretty empty as a crime scene would be. They only have a couple people there making sure not to mess with anything and get confused in all the chaos. They're kind of taking notes and every once in a while kneeling down to where you can't see and casing something.
Is there a is there a like a roof far off, like a building that's like connected, but I can like jump to it?
Yeah, most of the buildings here are pretty short.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
jump on one of the roofs and just kind of like sneak my way around.
It's
See what
also
they're
in the
looking
middle
at.
of the day.
stealth.
I don't care. What like I care?
I'll say that with a sufficient stealth roll, you could probably just not get noticed in the chaos if you hug the opposite side of where the people are and you kind of stay in the equivalent of where people's backyards would be. I'm not going to hassle you for acrobatics because they're so short that the average person could climb on one of these rooftops. Okay, yeah, you seem as long as you kind of cling to the other side and just peek over the edge of the roof, because they are somewhat pointed, then you're able to stay out of sight. And I presume you're trying to get a look over the shield wall.
Yep.
Um,
Trying to see what's going on.
all right, roll an active perception. And I'll just take your passive into account.
But my passive's like 37.
Don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, so you can see that there's a lot of blood, first off. It's dried by now, but from what you can tell, it looks like dried blood. Broken glass, busted up stone, an axe, which is also caked in this dark substance that you presume to be blood. Looks like a pretty sturdy hand axe. And what seems to be a crushed up, I guess, what was once the container for one of Asher's sodas.
Ah, what the hell did he get himself into?
Also, off to the side is what looks to be like some sort of piece of a leather, maybe. Upon closer inspection, it seems like a boot.
I think I know what happened. They got high on soda, smashed it up, and just started having sex. And rolled around in the glass. That was out of
In the
character.
hatchet? What's your theory on that one?
Kinky sex.
But yeah, this is basically more or less what you see. And surprisingly, you notice that. So there's two guys working there. There's a shorter dwarf fella. He has his helmet off, but he's got it tucked under his arm. His other hand is on his belt. Kind of his thumb is looped through one of his belt loops. He's got a sturdy looking axe at his side. He's dressed in the
Is
same
there
plate
any
as the rest of the guards. The tall guy has pointed ears. You can only see him from the back.
is there anyone complaining about how they're too old for this exact situation?
Yeah,
Too old for
pretty
this
much
shit.
everybody that's in the
A bunch of
crowd,
Danny
or
Glovers.
Is
yeah,
someone
pretty much
complaining
everybody in the
about me
crowd.
retiring tomorrow?
Pretty much
I
everybody
need
in the
for
crowd
retirement.
are older dwarves that are so old or grumpy or probably both that they don't care for all the stupid festival stuff, and they're just happy that they get a few days out of the year where the residential area is pretty much completely empty, and now it's disturbed by this. And so you see a lot of old dwarves angrily agreeing with each other, but you can't really make out what they're saying, and you presume that they can't make out what they're saying because half of them are speaking with pipes in their mouths, and the other half are trying to speak through beards so thick that you wonder if there's a face underneath it. So it just kind of comes out as a
Ugh,
bunch of grumbles. But what you can
we're
hear
so
is that
deep into
it's a lot
space bunnies. There's not
of
even a
all the
space
days
radio.
and all that.
You did not
Yeah,
just
you
set
see
up a
this.
freaking in all the bars and all the rounds that had to end up in my city.
But yeah, so otherwise, all you see other than that is this captain looking guard captain dwarf fella, from what you can tell, based on his pauldrons being emblazoned, and this
So,
tall, pointed ear guy working the crime scene.
so at any point did the houses lead over to where they are?
Yeah, so you're kind of in one of the side streets right now, and so most of the houses are pretty close. There's you could get right in front of them. So imagine that they're in the middle of a street right now, and there are rows of houses on the other side. Each house has a less than 10-foot distance between the
Oh,
wall
dude.
on this
Come
area,
on.
so you can Assassin's Creed it. Yes,
Freaking Aaron right now. Are you kidding
and
me
you
right
could
now?
get, and you can get, because of the way they're built alongside the road. You can get, basically, if you move to the closest house within, we'll say, um, 20, 25 feet of where the crime scene is, and get a pretty good look at it.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just the background. Just everyone. The rest of the group's like, wonder what's
All right.
going on over there. I'm just flying.
This
around.
probably won't be necessary, but
Okay.
acrobatics just to see how it goes.
Kenji, I have the jump for it.
Lawrence, can I borrow 5?
First off, how
Turns
dare
out
you?
Lawrence isn't actually going to cast any of these spells. He just collects jewelry, and that's his secret hidden character trait.
I've got a strength of 15. I'm pretty sure I can make that jump.
Oh, I'm sure you could make the jump, but just acrobatics to see how graceful you are doing it. You're pretty graceful. It doesn't seem to mess with your stealth very much, as you know how to land, and you just kind of glide along the rooftops.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up to the tallest building, look out for a second, then jump into a barrel of hay.
Yeah, okay. You want to synchronize first? You want me to update the map?
Exactly.
I mean,
After you synchronize, leap of faith. Not at the bird.
Yeah, we're going to an
die
Assassin's Creed campaign, but it's going to be old school
People
Assassin's
die.
Creed,
back when it was
where
good.
they're going to have an optional objective where this guy you're escorting cannot take any damage, but every time you reset it to get that optional objective done, you have to walk for 4 minutes and listen to dialogue before you get back to the fight. So.
Oh God, those are the worst. That was the worst. Look, man, I'd rather do that than the stupid Black Flag ones. Like, hey, no, you had to do it this specific way, or you just can't, or you don't think. I'm like, well, screw.
Yeah, but yes, you're able to glide along the rooftops where you had to.
I'm just gonna get as close as I can, just lay down and just kind of see if I can hear anything or see anything different than what I saw.
There is communication. It's in Dwarvish.
Beans, I don't speak that. Babe, do you speak dwarf?
Not particularly.
Beans.
They don't tend to have the best relationship with the Fae.
That's fair. Oh man, I'd roll a wisdom check, but he'd succeed. So Aaron's just gonna like jump on the roof directly behind them and just like laying on the roof and go, "Hey, what's happening?"
To the people in the crime scene?
I'm just doing this so like, good lord, Necro is out. Is that Goss? Is that Sword?
It is.
Oh, that's
He
Sword.
finally
Sword.
fell
Jesus
asleep.
Christ.
So Toki's
That's
falling asleep
amazing.
now. Toki's
Oh my
falling asleep
God.
now. We've had Soren fall asleep. By the
Oh
end of the
my
campaign,
God.
we'll manage everybody.
Exactly.
I will mute
No, I'm
him
just-
for now and see if he wakes back up.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I just kind of. I know it's amazing. You didn't do it for once. But yeah, I'm
We
gonna
just all
jump.
immediately blame Toki.
I'm like, is Toki sleeping? They look down like Toki's mic isn't moving. I'm like, no, is it Soren? But yeah, I just kind of jumped to one of the rooms. I don't care if the crowd sees it, but I'm specifically doing this so I can ask the guards, "Hey, what happened here? What's going on?"
Do you ask? Are you past their wall? I guess. Are you within their wall that they're
Oh,
making
dude, I'm like
both
on top of the
sides?
roof, past their wall.
Yeah, they all level crossbows at you
I just kind
and
of,
tell you to get past the wall.
I just kind of put my hand on my chin, still laying down. Like, I just need to know my friend may or may not have been involved.
Just
I had to
prone
want
so
to
you can
find him.
scurry back behind cover.
Just laying there like the Cheshire Cat right now.
Says, if you got questions, whoa. And he kind of the guy in front gestures with his heavy crossbow, and he doesn't even seem to be asking to get off the roof right now. He just gestures either
He
way.
just wants me to be behind the wall.
He just wants you to be on the other side of the wall, not within this box that they've made around the crime scene.
Fine. I'll just like kind of I jump over to the roof that's behind the wall and go, all right, what happened here?
As you jump over to that roof, you see the guy's expression ease as his one more part of his legal code is finally respected again, and then he realizes another residential regulation and says, "Oi, off the roof!
Oh, come on.
You walk on the stone like everybody else."
I mean, sometimes I
Did
walk
you
in the air.
find him, Aaron?
I mean,
Walk
sometimes
on
I
the
walk.
stone. And then one of the humans next to him says, "It is a stone roof." To which
He's
the
got a
dwarf with the
point.
crossbow replies, "Oi, I'll have you demoted." On
But
the
he's not
road.
wrong. Okay. I can't jump off the roof and
And
just
the
like
human
make
speaks up and says,
disappear.
"See, come down here. You know, I can get the legal code now. We can review it. It'll only take..."
3 hours.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I'm still on the roof, like, yeah, get the cut. No, I jump down, disappear, and it's like a minute later, I just pop up in front of him behind the wall. Hey, what's going on? Oh, and just like,
Are you in front of their shields or?
yeah, I'm in front of the
Okay,
shields.
okay. Then all of a sudden, this dwarf goes from grumpy to he's like, "Good day, lad.
What the
What
deuce
do you
do
need
you?
to know?"
I'm trying to figure out what you think happened here. My friend may or may not have gone on a date, and now there's blood and maybe death.
Did you find him, Aaron?
What's your friend's name?
What the hell was his name? Uh, I know this with
Asha!
Sigurd. He was with Sigurd. He's really dumb looking.
Just like Piccolo yells
Oh.
dodge to Gohan, I yell Asher!
I'm just like, oh god, I think it began with an S.
How long does it take me to
It's-
go through this
I'm,
river of
I,
dwarves?
I just Asher. His name is Asher. His name is Asher. Was with Sigurd, I believe her name was.
He widens his eyes and says, "Oh, yes. Do you know any Ashers?"
He said he doesn't know any. He said don't know any Ashers.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, yes. No, don't know him."
What about Sigurd?
"Which one?"
Oh shit. We got a
God
last
damn
name,
it, this
didn't we?
might not even be their house.
Well, dude, there's a soda bottle. It might be like it's pretty close.
This might
Have
not
I
even
made
be
it
our
past
house.
the
Looks
river of
up, giant
dwarves?
quest marker.
Sigurd Whitgrade?
Oh. Which one?
The
No.
Rune Smith?
Oh.
Which one?
That's her house.
Do you know where she is?
No.
Neat. Cool.
You'll have to ask
anything
the
you could.
tall boy.
The
Kenji, I
tall
swear to
boy?
God, if this turns into Dude, Where's My Car?
But don't I tell him I called him that? He might get mad.
Who's the tall boy?
He points behind him to the guy working the crime scene, the one with pointed ears that you saw. He's kind of in this long coat or robe. You can't tell from the back, but he
Can I
has
talk to him?
light hair. He's just a few feet away. Yeah,
Hey!
he does not turn.
Hey! Is he an elf?
From what you can tell, he has pointed ears like one.
I say in Elvish, "Hey!"
He turns and you see that he seems to be a moon elf. He looks strikingly similar to the one that you
Oh, hey,
traveled
he
with
woke
at some
up.
point. Hey,
We travel with a Muna?
yes.
Jesus. I preferred you to sleep. I swear to God.
Are you alive now, Sword?
What?
Are you alive now?
Yup,
I think you passed out for a minute there, so I didn't.
I did. I had to get some food. I was like, oh my god, I am asleep.
But anyway, yes, the moon elf wizard Holofarn Elwinus, you all traveled with for a while. He looks strikingly similar to that guy.
At this point, I'm kind of draped over the shield wall, just like not going past it, but just like on it.
The
Just,
dwarf
hey,
and the human you're holding on to is
just
are
just
pissed at
testing
you.
the edge of the regulations.
I'm trusting the regulations essentially. See how far I can go. He says, "Look, I'm watching his face like this is the freaking first How to Train Your Dragon. Like if I step in the wrong spot, he starts growling. I step back."
Yeah, exactly.
Do not
But,
present him with eels.
Yes, this was the guy who knew the dragon lady. If that rings the bells.
Wait, this is the same person?
This is the same person that you traveled with, and before you traveled with him, he judged your food the first time in the contest. It's not the same guy, but it looks just
I
like
just
him.
said, was it the
Moon Elf.
same person? And you said yes.
Okay, the person I'm referring to,
It's a moon
Right
elf.
now.
Yes, you don't have to. You don't have to repeat.
the person I'm
Anyway.
referring to, well, even beyond Moon Elf, the guy looks strikingly like him. For a moment, you think it is him, but you can see a few features. This guy looks older.
Two questions. First off, do you know a guy named Halifarum?
You see his expression goes from neutral to just
Sour.
exhausted. Yes.
Is that a yes or a no?
Did he send you? He replies in Elvish. And you see the
No.
dwarf guard now is kind of looking at you too, confused. Apparently
No.
not able to tell what you're saying.
Oh, finally.
No,
Aaron, hey, Mr. Halafarum.
no, oh no. Do you think all moon elves look alike?
I mean,
You
this
just
is the
see-
second one I've ever seen, and he looks really close.
You just see like the veins begin to protrude on his forehead.
I just kind of push Fang's face out of frame. No, he didn't exactly send us. We know him. But more importantly, what's happened here? And where's the dumb guy named Asher?
This is a crime scene. Can't exactly share all of those details with you.
Is there a body?
No.
Damn it.
I just kind of look at him like, what? I look at Fang like, what is wrong with you?
Why
I go,
are you
okay,
disappointed?
is there anyone in custody?
No one has been arrested here. If you would like to speak with your acquaintances, you'll have to speak with the Axe of Mirabar. Go to one of their barracks, and they will redirect you to where you can find anyone who has been arrested.
So you just said no one's arrested, though.
No one was arrested here, no.
Keyword is here.
Wait a minute, then what
Is
was the
secret-
crime that happened here that made it a scene?
Bro.
Someone fled the scene shortly after the ruckus.
What did they look like?
No one got a very good account, but they looked a younger human fellow, some sort of bluish coat bordering on robes, dark hair. He didn't look very old, even by your standards, and,
Chuck Yeager.
well, he carried a pouch of some sort of equipment that was metallic. People reported
You didn't want to
scraping and
roleplay
jingling
this
noises.
so badly. You created a murder.
And this strange box on his back.
I lean over to Fang. That sounds vague enough to be Asher. So, what happened to the woman?
What woman? Do you know
There
someone?
was no woman?
I thought this was
No,
that
I know.
person's house.
Perhaps we should ask
Yeah,
you
what
a few
happened-
questions.
What happened to Secret Whitbread?
She's nowhere to be found. Now, would you like to answer a few questions for us?
No,
Are we
no,
under
no.
arrest, officer?
Am I being detained? Not yet. I'm not an
And I would
officer.
like to refer you to our legal counsel. I push Lawrence up front.
Meanwhile, when he said you, would you like to ask him? Aaron said sure, and literally, like, like since he's still leaning on the shield wall, he just flips over it.
The dwarf just shrugs and looks at Lawrence, who has now been pushed forward.
Stand up straight.
I didn't know there was stop and frisk in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love how he's like, speak to our legal advice, and Aaron just flipped over the shield wall.
Wait, why I be here right now? Since I went to go look for the diamond.
Did you come back is the question. I'll say that you could have left on the way and then have come back.
Considering
if
you
wanna
left
be
when he
here,
was
but-
ninjaing on the roof.
So that would be up to you.
Yeah, I would have been back by now.
All right. So yes, you're pushed in front of the shield wall and named as legal counsel. The elf just looks to you and says in common, "We'd like to ask you and your party a few questions."
By all means, go ahead.
Good job there, Lawrence.
All right, and you see some of the. It's a pretty tight shield wall. There are a decent amount of people there backing it up. So you see some of them break rank and kind of block you off, Aaron, and the rest of the shield wall moves around so that essentially you all are brought to another area off to the side and corralled in while the crime scene is kept clean.
So I hop over the shield wall. The shield wall starts forming around me. It moved.
You just got to keep flipping over. But yes, you're all corralled, and now you're in this kind of circle, and this and then the elf leans against the wall of one of the nearby houses, while the apparent guard captain or some sort of commander, anyway. You see him, the one that was working with the elf earlier. He kind of commands the guards to secure the crime scene, and he stands there himself. The elf completely switches to speaking in common now and says, "So, you all know Halafaran?"
I mean, we met them yesterday. I don't think
I
that will
punched
count.
him.
He just snorts and laughs.
We didn't just beat them yesterday. What's wrong with you?
And what did he do to deserve a punch?
He was being shady. Turns
That
out
sounds like him.
Turns out it might have been a bit of a misunderstanding. I didn't apologize.
Wait, who is he talking about?
He's talking
about the elf
other
we-
moon elf.
Oh,
The
I'm
moon elf we-
sorry. I thought he said the other person's name.
No. He said Halafaran.
He enjoyed my cooking very much.
Cooking?
Didn't
Yep.
we also help him save a gnome? Or am I thinking of someone else completely as well?
Yeah, you helped him save a
Yeah.
halfling.
The halfling.
We helped him save a halfling and some druids.
I pull out my
Oh, yeah.
Has he
medallion
gotten
of
himself
saying I'm the
into?
Lord of Winter Cooking.
Kind of. What was that, Soren? Did you say something, or did I mishear?
No, I'm just confirming
Okay.
our relationship with him.
Yeah. He looks around and says, he kind of pinches the bridge of his nose and says, "What has Holofarn gotten himself into now?"
Uh, just showing up at random times and apparently being involved with whatever we're doing.
Halfling saving from the crown, I guess.
Being friends with
What,
a nice
alone?
dragon lady.
He kind of chokes when you say that. He coughs and says, "What was that?" He looks at you, Fang.
Dragon. He's friends
Being
with a
friends
dragon,
with a
apparently.
nice dragon lady.
Oh, no.
Samadat, I think. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Sam Adit. It's Sam A D
How's
E
it?
T. How do you pronounce that?
Somebody.
Sorry, how was it spelled?
SAM
Uh-huh.
ADET.
Yeah, Samadet.
Somebody. Sounds like she's about to take. She's about to take Jerusalem.
Yeah, no.
I have a nice invitation to cook for her eventually if I ever find out where she lives.
Don't do it. I would not recommend that.
Oh, but why?
I
Why?
told you it was a trap.
She is
A man-eater?
no. Yes, there we go.
Now, do you mean in a literal sense or in the figurative sense?
She is no stranger to manipulation.
Oh.
Oh, you can't do that. You already have a girlfriend who has four legs. You can't have two of
Now,
those.
why my brother would be involved? Beyond me.
Brother?
She's quite pretty.
Yes, yes. My name is Ruth. Ruth Elwinus. Holofarn is my younger brother. But I don't speak with him very often, so can't say I'm surprised at his antics.
This very much feels like that one very specific point too, where it's like, has Kalen, has he done
Did you ask a question?
no, I was making a joke, but um you don't seem to like your brother, man.
It's not that I don't like my brother, he's just unwise at times.
Aren't we all?
Well, fair enough, but I can tell you that if he has anything to do with Samadet, then he's obviously made some miscalculations.
I don't know. She seemed like a nice lady.
That's my point.
That she seems nice?
Mm-hmm.
Is she?
She's silver, as far as I'm aware. She's not precisely, shall we say,
Evil.
malicious, but she's an oddity for her particular kind. So, or at least she passes herself off as being silver.
I mean, is that a bad thing to not be still?
No, but it can be tricky.
Neat. So you don't have a body, you have a pool of blood, an axe, and Asher running away from the scene?
So he matches this description.
Sounds dumb enough to have done it.
To have run away from a scene.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I don't believe he'd do that. Well, on second thought.
Yeah, there's only one crook in this party. Jeopardy music starts playing.
Hmm.
I'm still leaning on the shield wall. So, do you know which way he ran? Or if there's a good way to find him?
Not particularly. I was going to turn to more direct methods.
Magic?
He nods.
I mean, we can help.
Yeah, we kind of need him for a meeting in the next, 4 hours.
He blinks. That's not a very long window.
I mean, when we didn't set the window, but I feel if we miss it, this lady's gonna be really mad at us.
Yes, you don't really know the consequences. It's
She's
quite
quite
dire.
impatient yet.
Have you heard of Trollbreaker?
What of Trollbreaker?
This is
They're the ones we have a meeting with.
Ah. Well, we best hurry then.
I want to fight her.
What was that? I didn't hear it out of character.
Oh no, Aaron just said, I want to fight her.
Oh.
And it'll be a nice funeral to put your head in when she knocks it off with that big hammer.
Well, assuming you'll tell the truth, then
Oh!
perhaps we should try and locate this Asher. Can you give a description of him? Something relating to his character, perhaps.
It's fucking
It'll help.
stupid.
You can't just
He's
keep saying
eccentric.
someone's stupid as a character feature.
Okay, fine. He's really smart, but he's really dumb.
That's better.
Yes, he's quite eccentric.
See.
Kind of like your brother.
A lot of energy.
He has this box that randomly starts playing very weird music.
Some of it sounds like it's from my homeland, but it's weird.
Are you from Fantasy Japan now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we'll have to clear an area.
Alright, gang, let's
Let's
split
do
up and
it.
search for clues.
What area?
Oh, I'll have to requisition something from the Axe of Mirabar in order to cast this spell.
Is it drugs?
Not particularly,
It's always
but it is not cheap, so
What I need is a dragon scale. We all just hold up dragons.
I'm sure it
might,
won't be too much trouble.
might we inquire said item?
Oh, it simply needs to be a valuable focus.
How
I blink
valuable?
again.
At
Focus?
least 1,000 gold, but it has to be a focus.
Hmm.
Can a dragon eye count as a focus?
Not quite.
Damn
I
it.
do have something I can use if all else fails.
Would a lightning javelin count as a focus?
Oh no, not quite. I have.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's bad. I pulled out the crystal of power. Would this count as a focus?
How much is crystal power worth? Do you mean a pearl of power?
I don't know. It's a crystal. I put it in as crystal of power because it's technically the thing that allows us to get into the stupid library.
Oh god, that thing.
He looks at it and says, "Perhaps."
I think the thing that he's talking about will eat it, right? It's that kind of magic?
Oh yes. It may perhaps.
I slowly put it back. We kind of need
How
that.
about this cape of gold and ivory?
He shakes his head and says, "I thank you for all the assistance, but this is there are specific items available to me
What
which I
about a
may
small
use."
dwarf that really loves lightning?
What about a person that's not a person but made of parts that the said individual might have with them? That were
How's
He just
that
looks at
mechanical
you
or
for Fang. He looks at you for a really long time when you say that.
it's made of metal.
How does that help us if they're not here?
Can't we use that what's that thing where you put your eye in the sky?
Scrying.
That's it.
He just shakes his head and turns, and you see him reach into a pouch at his side.
Grenade!
Yeah. Yes, he mutters something to the guard captain, and guard captain grumbles back. There's a bit of chatter in Dwarvish, and finally, after apparently a short argument, the captain relents and agrees to something, probably compensation. And then you see Ruth produce a silver mirror.
What is this witchcraft?
You see him. He moves off to the side, clears an area, draws a circle, and he begins some sort of ritual cast.
Can I ask Turtle Bro to give him some power?
You can, but he will not be able to do anything, unfortunately.
No.
Babe, what's he doing?
Magic, I think.
Our phrase. Mabe, what's he doing?
Divination, it seems.
Let me rephrase. God, what is he doing?
No, that's what I meant. You just
Yeah.
answer when I ask him.
Yeah, she says it looks like some sort of divination spell.
Neat.
And after 10 minutes, you see the elf frown. Ruith, he kind of frowns. And then suddenly he sits up a bit straighter, and a smile comes onto his face as he peers at the mirror and says, "Ah, there it is." Thank you for the ASMR, Toki.
Yeah, you want to
Super
mute
ASMR.
yourself, man?
Double down, never apologize. But yeah, Ruth, he seems pleased by the results. He
Did you find
he
his
stands.
dumbass?
Yeah, he stands. He smudges the chalk circle that he's made with his foot. There's kind of a little release of poof of magic, and then he peers at the mirror and says, "I believe I've located this Asher gentleman."
Neat. Where is he?
Uh, you notice that the light reflected on the mirror and the reflection itself is not actually coming from the natural light so much as it's kind of shifting around the mirror as if pointing to a direction. And it seems to point toward the Undercity entrance.
What the fuck, man? Out of character, what is he doing? Is this a thing that you were just doing because he's not here right now?
Don't worry about it.
You know, most DMs would just have him just pretend to be him and just have this thing, have us just not use him.
Now we have this entire ascension to solve a murder mystery, potentially.
Right.
Actually, there's no body. People are just missing. For all we know, he polymorphed her into something by accident and is freaking around running around town.
Exactly. That's exactly. I like the way you think, thing.
I swear to God, if we find him with just a spider stuck to him.
So, he says that he will lead the way if you all would like to follow. And,
Fine.
after a lot of navigation, he has to stop to do some paperwork, help with a final report. You see him, he has a badge on his chest, kind of a pin, and he folds his coat so that it's covered for now, whenever he exits the crime scene and continues on toward Undercity Square. And then when he gets there, he holds the mirror up, and in the reflection, he said, "There's an image." He says, "Well, this is concerning."
What's it look like? I look into the mirror.
You look into the mirror, and you see what looks like Asher, but he is not exactly looking very alive. It looks like a corpse.
Kenji, is this your way of telling us that Handy's schedule changed? He's not going to be able to play with us
No.
anymore?
No? Nope.
Which characters?
Nope. He says, "This is concerning."
I look in the mirror and see the corpse like thing. Yeah, it's like a Tuesday for.
Well, he does seem to be beyond the entrance to the Undercity.
What are we waiting for then? I grab everyone's arms. Let's go!
No.
I start dragging everyone.
She instantly electrocutes him.
Don't care.
Nobody grabs Marge.
Nobody grabs March.
Yes,
That's not
y'all continue through.
We put her in a corner.
I was about
There's
to
a
make
bit
that
of-
joke, you motherfucker.
There's a bit of
Nobody puts
argument.
baby in the corner.
But Ruth flashes his badge and they let him through eventually with you all in tow. And the first part of the
He
Undercity
doesn't
entrance
have
here
to
is...
flash his badge. I'm a noble. I go anywhere in the city.
Oh, that's true enough. And
Where were you when we were dealing with Benji McIce Queen? What the hell, man?
but
I don't
the
know
first
who you're
part is
talking
pretty
about.
well mapped and pretty well guarded. There's really not much going on here. But as you descend a little further, the mirror becomes bright, and he says, he's not far now. Just over there. He points to a cave entrance. I mean, it's technically all underground, but there is a separate cavernous tunnel, in which on the other side you can see some light coming from the walls, almost as if fire or something is.
There's a killer clown.
light.
You guys are dealing with.
You don't like clowns.
Not when they're killer.
That just gives me the excuse. Oh, Lawrence, did you get that diamond you needed?
Yes, I have it just in case.
Well, it looks like we might actually use it today.
Lawrence, you sound weird.
Shut it.
And you can see this dark figure cast a shadow on the wall. And you see what look like wings unfurl.
Oh,
I throw my pot
neat.
at it.
What?
I have an
I just
iron
walk
pot.
up
I'm
to
gonna
it.
try to knock it down.
All right, well, you throw it at the shadow. It's coming from to the right as the tunnel curves.
Damn it.
And it clatters, and then the wings unfurl, this huge beast, and it turns to where
I look at it. I walk over to see what it is.
as you turn the corner and the wings grow, you see Puck, Asher's little fairy dragon, standing
Yeah,
at the
I
end
knew
of
it,
the
I knew it.
tunnel.
Mother
I knew
of course.
I knew it. I don't know how you fell for that. Hey,
What's
Puck,
up,
what happened?
Puck?
Every time I've heard of a fairy dragon being with someone, it never ends well.
Well, that's pretty bad, boss. Actual boss over here is, you know, down and out.
Is the dragon actually talking?
Mm-hmm. Fairy dragon, yeah.
Puck, what the fuck?
He thought it would be a good idea to bring some of his soda. He grabbed the wrong one.
How does that explain this? And I just gesture to all of it.
What about the blood and the axe? And where's the girl?
Oh, that. Well, he got hungry after he grabbed the wrong soda. He kind of coughs his mist. Says, that stuff. And the tavern was out of chicken.
Okay.
So
Are you
he
telling
went
me
and
he big bad wolfed his date?
he bought a chicken. Well, someone bought a chicken. I thought it would be a good idea. So I found some help.
You're still not explaining everything. Magician's
Okay,
red.
okay. Look, so I I went around, okay. Found out who wouldn't try to squish me on sight, and found an interesting character. One of those changeling guys. So I cut a deal with him. I said that I would, make it worth his while if he could pretend to be Asher and go buy something to eat. I gotta help the boss out. He's not too good at the whole date thing, in case you can't tell. Problem is, you gotta butcher the thing once you have it right. Well, they tried, and it hit a window, and the thing ran off, and it ran down here, and he hit his head.
I checked the corpse to see if he's breathing.
He is, but the fairy dragon stuff seems to have had an effect on him.
Okay, but what about the girl?
Oh, some may have lost track. Look, I'm not her loyal companion. I'm sure she's
Did she
fine.
follow him down here, or what?
What? Why would she follow him down here? Asher, you came in at the perfect time, Andy. The perfect time, Andy.
Yes, let's explain how you were effectively part of a cartoon sitcom of Scooby-Doo where you were... Kenji really didn't want to roleplay that date. Also,
No,
your dragon's about as tall as Fang now.
On the shadow, he was as tall as Fang.
Oh, you didn't say that it was not as big as the shadow.
Yes.
Yeah, he all he said was you saw the shadow from around the corner getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
he was
but here's the problem. We're in the Undercity. Where's the sunlight for that?
He said there was fire.
I'd missed that bit.
Puck, baby.
Yes, I don't know if you're here now, Handy, but...
Oh, hey, oh man, I don't know, fuck, I'm on vacation, so, like, I fucking, spaced all this, I'm sorry, fuck.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay, no, wait.
Yeah, there's some echo, hang on.
Lawrence, say words. Necro, say words.
Why?
Okay, you sound normal again.
So, what happened while I was, gone?
You were knocked unconscious.
Doing what? What happened?
Choking the chicken.
Really?
Apparently you drank the wrong kind of soda.
Correct. I actually tried doing gut busters. Okay, fantastic.
So...
No, you drank the wrong kind of soda.
Since you were gone, I went ahead and made a 4,000 IQ excuse for your absence.
Which eventually evolved down to a Scooby-Doo scenario.
It involved the fairy dragon mist soda, right? Remember?
Oh yes, of course.
Which led to Asher during this fairy dragon induced stupor after the tavern had run out of chicken to have the idea to buy his own. But in his state not being able to do it, the loyal companion Puck went out instead, was able to find a changeling to take his place. Chicken got loose and chasing after it. Asher, you were able to end up down here to the entrance to the Undercity in Mirabar. And as soon as the party found Asher, you joined.
What the fuck?
Okay, but Puck, when was the last time you saw the girl?
With the chicken.
So I ruined awesome. So awesome. Out of character. Awesome. I ruined the date because I was high. Awesome.
She said she would reschedule.
Damn, really? She's actually very fucking generous.
I mean, that's before
Yes.
that was before cops showed up at our house.
Oh my god. God damn it, I missed so much shit. I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah, you
It's
effectively
fine.
Blood?
ran away from quote
And
scene
an
of a
Asher
quote
X.
crime.
It is your choice since you're on vacation whether or not you want Asher to regain consciousness here. But
Oh man. Oh, like, fucking hell.
I'd say, fuck it.
Just do your thing here? Or what? Fuck it, like, Asher wakes up and he does his shit.
Oh,
Are you
no,
confident that
I'm
you
going back
will
to
be
vacation.
back in time for another one?
Yeah, like, I don't know, I've been playing D&D games and stuff, but I was planning on doing something before I decided to fall asleep half drunk. So, oh man. Well, tell me how it goes, I guess. And shit.
all right.
Yeah?
See you.
See ya, man. Sorry I didn't give you a
Don't
heads
worry.
up.
I'll give you the update.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Don't be surprised if you're in jail.
Oh, I wouldn't mind it, honestly. That Asher would probably do that.
Yeah, that's why normally I wouldn't pull it, but Asher with his fairy soda, I was like, if anybody would go on a rampage, it would.
All right, fantastic. So wait, has the entire session just been chasing
Yes,
Asher?
we've been trying to freaking
Involved in high
find you. We
level
have been
divination.
hangovering this entire session to find you before the meeting.
Involving a 5th level divination spell.
Jesus fucking. Okay. You guys enjoy. Damn, I'm
Enjoy your
sorry.
vacation, buddy.
Thank you.
So Asher wakes
The
up,
chicken.
says a few incoherent things, and falls back unconscious. Anyway,
Well,
so
we found the idiots.
basically, now we have to find the chicken, the girl, and the changeling.
Why the changeling?
Why do
I
we need to
don't-
find the girl? Or what happened?
Wait, that doesn't explain the blood on the axe, though.
Oh,
Probably the chicken.
Well, you see, as it turns out, this changeling's not really a good guy. So, there may or may not be an
Hey.
axe-wielding Asher impersonator on the rampage.
Are you telling me you
And
hired an
okay.
axe-wielding murderer to go get a chicken to go to their date and invite them into their house?
Okay. But where is the girl?
Oh. If I had to guess, probably kidnapped.
God damn it. Detective Moonbeam, can you do that thing with the mirror again?
Oh shit!
He raises his hand and points at you, Faye.
His name is Ruiz.
It is.
And then he
now
just
me
points a
forever.
finger gun and laughs and says, "You sound like Halifar." Well,
I have two, so that tracks.
this story sounds difficult to believe. You were able to just find a changeling. You ever think perhaps this little dragon is exaggerating the truth?
Fairy dragon.
Sorry,
Wait,
what was that?
it can't. It's not exaggerating. It can't lie.
The fairy dragon.
I know that rule.
He kind of rubs his chin.
That's a lie. Sounds like a shitty existence.
I cast Oversight on the well, I use Oversight on Puck.
What's your save?
What?
What is your save, DC?
16.
And it's wisdom, right?
Yep.
What's your alignment again? True neutral, right?
Yep.
Shares no aspects, and what are you trying to find out its intentions toward?
Towards us. Trying to see if it's just.
It seems to not have any bad intentions. It's thing just sticks with Asher, and seeing as Asher has been traveling with the party, he views you as allies. You get the sense, though, that as young as he is, he's not very wise yet. He's kind of a good fit for Asher.
Okay, Puck. Where did the changeling go, and why is Asher unconscious?
Well, Asher hit his head, and the loopy juice did the rest. I think the changeling ran deeper into the caves, though.
Why would he still be looking like Asher, though?
Oh, about that. So he may or may not have found out about, the whole upcoming business deal.
God fucking damn it, Puck.
I didn't tell him details, but he knows that apparently Asher's. He saw the invitation come his way, and so he wants to go meet him. I'm sure he's run out of the tunnels by now, but he probably thinks it's some kind of actual business deal instead of just, a.
Fang, can you pick up the unconscious Asher? Go
On
meet
it.
the lady.
So he's probably headed there right now.
Yeah, so Fang, can you pick up Asher's unconscious body so we can go meet what's her name?
Got it. Pick up Asher, grab it by the neck. Nope. Sorry. Puck by the neck. You got my fairy dragon.
Yes, grab the all magical fairy dragon by the neck so he can blow us all up. Smart idea.
Nope, that way he can't breathe.
Fake dragon, by the way.
He kind of coughs and struggles and says, "Hey, let go."
If you are a good dragon, you can sit on Asher's unconscious ass.
Fang,
Never mind.
Let the
Go
dragon
ahead.
go. Dragon go so we can move on about our business. We don't have time.
Apparently, we literally don't have time for this.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Wait, Asher, the changeling would have no idea when you're supposed to be at the thing.
No, but they can
Nope.
They can show up
very
early.
well.
As far as you know, Puck only stated that he heard about the invitation when it came in. He knows where to go. He thinks it's some kind of business deal.
Kenji, your timeline's not adding up.
What timeline? What do you mean?
If Asher and Puck were on the date last night, the invitation didn't get to our inn till sometime this morning.
I didn't get the Orion, but this changeling apparently stuck around and found out about it when it did come in. He's apparently been running around as Asher for time.
And
You get the feeling when you walk in that, because it's technically right now like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. Because you all were woken up before dawn with the invitation. And this happened late last night. And so you walk in to see the scene with Asher. And the implication is that this is the direct aftermath. Like this just happened because it went on late through the night. And it's still early enough in the morning that the sun has just come up. So this has all happened in the past 6 hours, maybe.
yeah, I'm heading to the fort or whatever, the walled off part with the stupid whoever's.
Oh, the manor.
Yes.
All right.
Does the detectives come with us to make sure we're not just leaving with a suspect?
Yeah. He's not gonna just let you all walk. So he follows. But yes, that's the timeline I have in mind here. It is a little confusing, but I'm imagining this as being one process that's been going on from like midnight or just past midnight to now. And you're eventually able to make it up toward the manor.
Hey, let us in.
What?
What do you mean, what? Let us in.
Not told to expect you for a few more bells.
Yeah, but
don't
that
know
was
that-
before some asshole knocked out the architect and took his face.
Did Asher come by here? The stupid one who flew up last.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So he's inside right now?
Yes.
That's where you're
Let
wrong,
us
and I
in.
show him Asher's actual corpse. That's an imposter.
I don't know why we need to let him know that, but
Imposter.
okay.
He's one of the guards. He can freaking get the guards in on this.
Or he could just let us in and we deal with the situation.
And
He
then we
looks
could
at the
just
other
have pasta
guard.
and watch what happens.
He looks at the other guard at the gate. They look at each other and say, how do we know you're not the imposter?
Because
told
we're
us.
the rest
Because
of the
we're all
freaking party.
here.
We have the actual letter.
Oh, let me see.
You're gonna have to fly down to get it. I can't jump that high.
One of the guards at the gate kind of sallies out and comes toward you.
Pretty sure Lawrence had the letter.
Yeah.
Legal counsel. If he's presented the letter, he looks at it and says, well, that explains why he told us to expect an imposter.
Can we go in now?
Aye, but keep the fighting away from the property. If you need to knuckle him, then just do it without trampling the roses.
Break his face. Okay, we just walk by him.
All of his faces.
That's not how they. Never mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna head in.
All right. All right, yeah, he lets you all in. And once you reach the courtyard, you see on the other end of it someone that appears to be Asher.
I'm just gonna like just start walking over without the group. Hey, Ashid, what the hell, man?
He turns and in imitation of Asher's voice, you notice that it's an imitation. He says, "Crazy night, man. It was great.
Was it?
Yeah. Where you guys been? We've been waiting for you."
Oh, and I just punch him.
Oh man, I was hoping you
Go
were
for
going
it.
with the whole bit. It's like, oh, Jackie over here. It's like, oh yeah, Jackie. It's like, that's not his name.
Just gonna full on deck him.
All right, go for it. Roll an attack.
Oh no, Soren has left chat.
Yeah, he probably fell
Oh
asleep.
wow!
All right.
Did you hit him?
I don't
hit
think
him.
so.
I mean,
Oh.
You
if
hit
he's
him.
not
I'm giving
wearing
you
armor,
advantage for surprise. So
Yeah. Stunning strike.
The fuck is your name this time?
he fails. You just deck him in the face, and he goes down, holding his face, and he's just stunned on
Just
the
the
ground.
perf.
You just basically
Just-
fold him in one hit.
Exactly. Straight up, just walk up on him. Hey man, complete out. It's
He
Sinbon
just kinda
Zakara
fo- he
Kagayoshi.
kind of he kind of folds over forward and falls.
Just make sure he's unconscious, and then just start dragging
As you
him
go,
with us.
as you go to reach for his collar to kind of pull him around, and you grab it, and nothing. Your hands go through it.
The collar.
that's
Yeah.
not how that works.
Hmm.
Wait, what? I reach for
Yeah.
him in the collar.
You reach for him, and you go to grab the edge of him so that you can make sure he's unconscious, and your hand phases through the edge of his body.
So I'm gonna assume Puck's an idiot and just thought a person changing into someone else was a changeling.
It's possible. He is,
He's
after all,
stunned. He shouldn't be able to
essentially a
resist it.
child.
He's not resisting it. You're not grabbing him technically.
Like you
Well,
go
no,
to
he's stunned. He shouldn't be able to.
The
No,
disguise
so you
self
go-
spell will still be
like
technically active.
as you get near him, your body phases through the edge of his body.
It's an illusion.
Keep reaching around until you touch something.
Yeah, I keep kicking. I keep.
Yeah,
But you need to,
eventually
like,
you find
find-
the spot, and he yelps in pain as he kind of shakes himself out of his stupor, and then
Hey.
this
Hey, Asher's form now.
what? What?
Asher's
I
form.
don't know how.
What?
It's a scroll, man. I bought a scroll.
I don't. You.
Does anyone know how magic works?
Who even are you?
Listen, man. There was you, why did you punch me?
First name Asher.
Oh, so where's the girl he had a date with? She's kind of missing. Otherwise, I might gut you. And I just start showing my teeth with my fangs, try to be intimidating.
Your fangs, huh?
Aha.
Ooh.
Boo.
He seems
He made that
frightened by
joke,
that.
not me.
He seems frightened by that, and he backs up and goes, "Listen, it's a big misunderstanding. This dragon thing came around the corner. From the way he was positioned, he looked 10 feet tall or something, man. And I thought better than to, not take his deal, but I thought he might eat me or something if I wasn't useful. So I told him I was a changeling, and I found a guy. He sold me a scroll. He said that it would let me disguise myself, and I don't know. I bought like 6 of them. You know how many times I had to call bathroom breaks? Every hour I had to recast it. And
Wait. You went on the date?
I mean, I tried, but it didn't exactly work after about the first 20 minutes. Well, I mean, once Asher kind of stepped out, Well, I didn't exactly do a very good job. So
Wait, I'm even more confused now.
There's another party.
I almost got axed, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So Sigurd trying to axe you?
I used my line and it didn't work. I was trying to do Asher a favor.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So where's Sigurd?
All right, you see his form fade, and it's this scrawny. It's this scrawny. They actually appear to be a half elf. Look like some raggedy street rat type person. And
To add insult to injury, Fang holds up Puck, like,
They're
this
just-
was the big dragon who was going to eat you?
yeah, they're just dressed in these kind of ragged clothes, and they're like, "What? Yeah, that's it. Get away!" I
Focus,
swear he looks
focus.
bigger in the alley. Listen,
I'm going to pile drive you if you don't.
what?
Is everyone cutting out, or is my connection just going to shit?
No, he cut out there. He cut out. What was that? Aaron? I didn't hear that part.
Where is the girl?
Huh? Oh. She left. Lawrence, where do you live, man? That crap.
He lives in the city.
There's
Forget
always
about it.
fireworks and
She left.
holiday-
She left. Left where?
Yes, she left.
Why would she leave her own house?
Okay, I used my line, and it didn't work.
Okay,
No,
hold on.
nowhere
Hold
near
on.
her
Before
house.
anything else, I need to know, what was this line?
So we had a chicken. We were gonna cook the chicken.
Don't you dare say it.
Either you want to hear him say it or you don't. Like
No, that
make
was
up
me
your
as a
mind.
person.
which
Because I think I know what he's talking about.
Oh god. But anyway.
Say the goddamn line if you can't, if you're not looking it up right now.
I don't want to say it, it's so bad.
Yeah, well, you're the one who decided to go down this plot line.
Listen. We had the chicken. We lost it, okay? We didn't want to go to a chicken farm, so I went to butcher the thing. It didn't work, I missed. Plus, I kind of like chickens, I didn't really want to kill one. Anyway, she takes the axe. She asked where the chicken's at. She seems fed up by this whole deal. It was fine before this, but once I stepped in, I guess I just wasn't her style, I'm too much man to handle. And I said, in response, he kind of waggles his brows as he says this. I'm chicking you out right now.
I smack him on the back of the head. That is no
What
way
was
to
it
talk
for?
to a lady.
Well, apparently not, because she got my arm pretty good. And there's a big cut across this arm.
Did she go back into the house?
No. I think she went to return the chicken.
Oh, Mr. Detective, where's the nearest chicken coop from the house?
I don't know. There's lots of livestock and fowl in town.
Is it possible that she returned to her house while we were chasing this chucklefuck?
Technically, it's possible.
Can you please contact your guard partner?
I have.
He fishes around in his coat pocket and pulls out a stone. He activates the stone, stands there for a moment, and then says, "Well, I got in touch with him." He's got the other sending stone, you see.
So is she there or not?
Yep.
God damn it!
How angry is she?
They may have to apprehend her.
Is it a crime to impersonate someone?
In this case, yes.
Well, congratulations. I just grabbed the... Oh wait, no, Aaron's got him.
Yeah, Aaron just kind of hands him to the freaking to Ruth.
You see, this guy snaps his fingers. And little scrawny guy that was impersonating Asher just suddenly falls to the ground, paralyzed. The wizard quickly steps over, wraps some kind of bindings around him, pulls him tight, and then picks him up once the paralysis ends. And starts walking him. Well, shame we couldn't meet under better circumstances.
What are you talking about? These are the best circumstances. We helped you with a case.
It sounds to me like half of you created this case.
No. The dragon created this case.
Run the Kirby waste.
If I see your brother again, I'll punch him for you.
Tell him it's from me. And then he steps away.
Well, all in today's work. We have an unconscious Asher, and we have to go into a very important business meeting who they only want to talk to him. Good job, everyone.
I mean, I slap Asher in the face.
He wakes up, but he's kind of groggy. What's going on?
Meeting. I slap him again.
What
You
time
have
is
the
it?
worst luck I've ever heard in my life.
What's going on? What time is it?
Work
Tell me
time.
to wake the fuck up.
Where am I?
At this point, everyone's taking a turn slapping him awake, right?
Yeah, but when I slap him with greater restoration.
Asha, wake up! It's time to work.
He shakes his
Wake up!
head once the
Wake
greater restoration hits him, and he's like, "Okay, I'm up. I'm feeling better. I'm
Fang
feeling
just
great.
keeps slapping him. Wake up!
Hey,
Wake
hey,
up!
hey! I'm up. Where's Puck?
Fang holds up the fairy dragon.
Okay. I feel like somebody's missing from this equation.
He is not allowed to eat chicken for a whole month.
And what about the dwarf lady?
Well, we'll
will
get to that
explain
after the
to you
meeting.
later.
Oh, how long? When's the meeting?
Now.
Now.
What?
I hope you finish the plans up before your date.
He just groans.
Well, technically, we have a few more hours.
Get to
I'll
sketching.
draft him up. And he will go and attempt to draft these plans up.
Oh, God.
Stroke of genius.
It's somewhat crude, but it gets the job
Stroke of
done.
genius.
All right.
Oh
he
yeah,
does
he's
a
got
pretty
that
good job.
thing. He can plus whatever
Yeah,
his
he
int
will
is
use
to
that.
that.
He will do that. So it turns into a 20. It could be better, could be worse, but it's actually a pretty good set of plans. He manages to draft them up in the few hours that he has.
Aaron's just manipulating key once is going.
And then he comes to you with the finished product. Says, well, I'm ready.
Cool, I don't understand that. Take it to the people who did. To the meeting.
All right, you all march off to the meeting. You enter the grand meeting hall, which is a shack with a table in it on the estate. It's like a little office, not really a shack, but there's a guy sitting there with a bunch of papers, an old dwarf. He looks up and says, shed a light.
What?
I push Lawrence up front.
Is this the adventuring party?
That's correct.
Okay, I'm about to expect some kind of plans. And at that point, Asher hands him over. He looks at him and says, I'm just the paper guy. Signatures? He kind of spins the paper over so it faces you.
Yeah, I guess I'll sign it.
Hold on. We need to read this. And Fang starts reading the contract to make sure we're not getting fucked.
How long do you want to read the contract?
For as long as it takes for me to read the whole thing. At this point, the contract just morphs into a giant scroll that falls out of the part that he's not holding down the hallway.
Pretty much. It's going to take you 20 minutes to give it a once over.
Going to take that 20 minutes, because this is important.
Alright, you do. It's a lot of legal
Fang
mumbo
pulls out a pair
jumbo.
of glasses out of nowhere.
It's a lot of legal mumbo jumbo that curves itself, it winds itself around to, if you break it, you buy it. Let us handle the mithril. Try to weasel any of the numbers, and you're in for a bad time. And then, of course, it has the terms discussed with a payment and the collateral.
And the terms about the collateral are the ones we discussed before, right? We get it back once this is over.
Yeah. Yep, it pretty much just is the paper version of what you all had already agreed on.
Gotcha. Alright, everything seems to be in order. Do.
All right. He signs it and stamps it and says, I'll submit the plans. In 10 to 14 business days, you will receive a response in your mailing address.
So, God, you're telling me we have a week and a half to do whatever the fuck we want in this town?
No, he just The dwarf then laughs and says,
No, that was directed to you, God.
"Oh, I know." The dwarf then laughs and says, "Well, most people are bothered by that. Guess you all are patient."
Can I fight? What's her name?
The joke fell on deaf ears, but no. In a few days, they'll get back to you and start construction.
That's not even concluding
Mm.
construction.
What neat? Can I fight Storm, the woman, the leader? I want to fight her.
Storm what? Storm
Troll
what?
Can't
killer.
fight her.
That's what. Right.
I'll have to ask her.
Is there a legal waiver that he has to sign so when he dies we're not blamed for it?
Die.
You would just have to challenge her to a duel, and she would have to accept.
Would that be frowned upon given our business dealing?
While the deal is ongoing, yes.
Alright. I turned no fighting. No.
I make absolutely.
One too many cases of someone cutting a deal and then dueling their partner to death to reap the benefits of some clause that they snuck in about what happens at death led to that.
I just want to fight.
Unacceptable. Well, you'll have to take it up with her.
I'm the character. If you don't think I will bust up,
I will sacrifice
Bust
this
up in the
character
hole.
to fight this dwarf.
yeah, just boom.
Bust open the doors. There's another set of doors. Wait. Boom.
Fight me! Wait, hold up. Fight me!
It's freaking Hellsinger Bridge. It's like, what do you mean you lost a song? Just pick a song. Any song. Just pick a song.
It did not work.
Yes, he tells you that you have a couple of days and construction will begin. During those couple of days, that's about it.
That means Asher can. Yay.
Yeah, that's what Asher's gonna be doing.
I knew we should have gone with him on that date. If anything, just to keep him from getting smashed.
Well, this is gonna be very awkward because she still has to put runes on my arm.
Oh, you mean the arm that Asher improved?
The arm that right there probably has Asher's name on it somewhere. She's gonna be fuming while she reads it.
To be fair, if we're lucky, she'll see the detective bring the changeling and he'll explain everything. So he might still have a shot.
That's not a changeling.
Right, the elf. And explain everything.
I've seen a changeling. That's not a changeling.
How would you know?
Your
if you've
mom's
seen
a changeling.
Because he used magic. Changelings don't need magic to change themselves.
I didn't say that. I said, how did you know how you were looking at a changeling?
Because I dispelled
You don't.
magic.
Well, how did you meet a changeling? I think is what he's asking. How did you know it was a changeling that you met or that you saw?
No way behind that.
So, yeah, you all are booted back out into the courtyard of the estate. Here you are.
Oh, I have the perfect thing. So, well, you know the guy who took us to Tempest. I mean, took us to your to the island where we found your centaur.
You mean the pirate
drow.
captain?
No, the drow that Taz knows.
Don't you say it.
I don't remember who this is.
Don't you say it, Aaron.
Yeah, he's a changeling.
Bruh.
Have you ever noticed why he doesn't talk to any of us?
Well, that's just rude.
So out of character, when we were trying to get to the island, we had to find someone who would take us. And we knew, and
Yeah,
Aaron was like, well, we know the guy, the drow from that Taz had at his had at the smithy.
Yep. Because I think at that point, Captain Mac from the beginning of the campaign was still in Candlekeep. And I think Darius was not there for that session.
I mean, wow, that's really messed up. He took you to save your girlfriend and you forgot who he is. That's messed up, Mark.
Random drow captain that is a friend of Taz that we never interacted with and probably never will again. That I don't even think ever spoke to us at all.
I think again, Aaron changes. He is the drow change. 4,000 IQ.
Exactly. Yeah, we spoken to him like 3 different times. You just didn't know because he kept changing who he was.
That means Fang never knew. And I'm pretty sure Fang only met him once.
Every NPC in this campaign so far has been the same guy, just running really fast. And changing into every NPC.
Yeah, he's a changeling. Anyway, so was that it? Are we done? Do we not meet with the mean?
Yeah, that's it. Now we have to wait a week and a
in
half.
few days.
Downtime, mother effers.
Yes, welcome to the life. I'm giving you all downtime in Mirabar. You have a few days.
But we're broke.
We are D&D poor, yes.
You are pretty D&D poor.
Because Kenji has not given us any goddamn gold.
Yeah, we haven't been rewarded for anything we've done in forever other than that poker tournament.
At all.
Soon.
Soon, he says.
Soon.
Oh, so can my downtime for Fang just to see how much of an estimate of how big a frickin' sword he can get forged that he can still lift?
Yeah. Just test out like different prototypes and things.
Yep.
Oh great, now Fang is Cloud.
He's trying to be Guts.
I have a feat that's gonna let me hold giant weapons. Is effectively how I understand this.
So you're trying to be Sephiroth?
Yeah. Since you can use
Sephiroth's
two-handed
weapon is
weapons.
actually real, though. There are samurai that use swords that long.
Yeah.
Well, probably not that long, but
I was gonna say that's a damn
They're
line,
practically long, but yes.
I can't remember what it was called.
Dude's like 6 foot. That dude's like 6 foot.
But basically, I'm getting Dragon Slayer made. That's taller than Fang, or about as tall as Fang, but with the damage number from a giant's weapon. Yep.
There's no need for it. Otherwise, I'm saying, well, screw you. Everyone's gonna have a katana made. There's no
If you
point.
were going to get one, this would be the place to do it. a city of
There's
dwarves.
just no point.
Dwarf
There's no
katana.
point.
He would never use it. He always uses his fist.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure his fists do more damage than the katana anyway.
Cut your other arm off and have your arms fashioned into katanas.
Or
Here's the
have
thing. I'm pretty sure the katana.
what's his face make you extendable katana arms.
Or just freaking have someone
pretty
make
sure
you
the
a
katana
blade
would-
and
Wait a
have
minute, you should have a thing
be
where your hand
Assassin's Creed
opens
this
up.
bitch.
You hold
I'm
your
pretty
arm
sure-
out.
I
and
didn't
your-
ask for this.
No,
I
got it
didn't
right.
ask for this.
So Aaron, he holds his fist out,
Adam
and his
Jensen.
fist opens up, and then out of the hole in his arm, another fist comes out and punches. An extended fist.
It's a fist inside of
It's
a
a
fist.
it's a fist that shoots fists.
He's pulling a fucking phantom pain. My fist comes off, but under that fist is another fist.
Wouldn't it be more like Chuck Norris?
Inside
That's
his
a
beard is
beard.
only another fist.
His beard covers yet another fist. When Chuck Norris does push-ups, he doesn't push down, he pushes the world down.
Chuck Norris can
Shut the fuck
freeze
up, I
water with a
know.
flamethrower.
Chuck Norris was once bitten by a rattlesnake, and after 3
Yes.
days, it
You're
died.
able to get that. You're able to get that estimate thing, and you find out that it would indeed be possible for you to wield an oversized weapon.
Can we just rob Soren?
With his, yeah, Soren, is there a bank of the branch of this bank that you have a deposit slip for?
I'm reminded that Lawrence is the one.
Oh
with
wait,
the-
Lawrence. Lawrence is the one that has the freaking bank slip. Actually, Kenji,
Is
that's
there
a good
a bank?
question. Is there a bank belonging to Lawrence's account here?
No.
Damn it!
Here's what you have to keep in mind, Mark. The real gold was the friends you made along the way.
Shut up! Shut up with that friendship is magic bullshit.
First off, that's a lie.
That is blatantly a lie. We are
cast
acquaintances
Dispel
at
Magic.
best. I think. I don't know.
How do you cast the spell magic with your monk ass?
Exactly. I just punch it into non-existence.
You cast the spell
Wait a
magic
minute.
and it dispels itself.
I mean, isn't there like is there a key ability for 4-element monk that you can do that with?
I don't think there's a dispel for 4-element.
Huh.
Doubtful. That would make 4-element monk a little bit useful. So
I mean, you can extend your whatchamacallit. Oh,
I
he's
mean,
like
I
some-
can
fuck off.
I can do that now without using key. So I guess all I got is getting my arm ruined because I don't think we have anything else because we're broke. Jackass.
Ooh, Kenji. Would the
Hmm.
price of making that size of blade go down if we encased my already great sword with the material to just make it bigger?
I don't think that would work.
Oh. Haven't you ever heard of a sword with a core?
All I can see now is him. He's attacking someone. They grab the sword. He pulls the sword out of the
No,
sword.
no. That's too complicated for Fang.
The problem is in the construction, and also the fact that you have to remake the hilt and the tang to go along with
yeah.
it, or else it would snap from the extra weight. It
Gotcha.
wouldn't be that
Okay.
much to actually. It wouldn't actually be that much to just have a really big sword made, but to have any kind of enchantments laid on it would be.
There's
more
not
expensive.
shit here that I want.
I mean, it would probably cost you a few hundred gold to do it, but to just have a mundane, huge sword made, it wouldn't. Because the only real difference there is that it would be more difficult to work with, so they would probably charge more, and then obviously a lot more material. But like if a long sword is what 50 GP, I think.
And then I also want the dragon eye put inside of it.
Yeah, so that's really, I know longsword is 15 GP, so yeah, you could probably have that sword made for at most 1,000 gold, depending on who you talk to and how you haggle, things like that. Maybe a matter of hundreds of gold instead of 1,000. Um, it wouldn't actually be that much in comparison to magic items to have it made.
So I have a plan for how I'm not gonna buy that. I do have a plan for how to go forward with all this crazy bullshit. I don't think it'll work though.
Okay.
Wait, so how big are you trying? Aaron asked you how big you're trying to make it.
I put my hand above my head.
Just look at Mabe in the room.
Yes.
Yeah, I
It's
said
like a
that's a Mabe.
it's like a Goliath-sized weapon. Yeah, not the size of a Goliath, but the size of weapon a Goliath would use or a
Yeah,
giant would use. Not a
I
full
look at
giant.
I look at Mabe and go, "Do you think you can make that in the room?"
Oh no, that's too much. I don't think we could bring it out, but you could test for weight in the room.
Eh.
My plan here, out of character because I'm not gonna because we're done. We're done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so my plan is Kenji willing, if we find her father, I might be able to swing having that ultra great sword made out of mithril, in addition to paying them with my last oranberry seed, so they'd be able to start a chemical farm.
Find who?
Troll Smacker, or whatever the hell his name is.
Troll breaker? Troll fucker?
Fucker of trolls. I am the fucker of trolls.
Oh, you're trying to play the long con and ask for that as your reward.
Yeah. Like, I'm willing to pay my last orange seed and the 2,000 gold I have on top of me. That's literally all I can barter with.
Yeah, that's that's pretty realistic. Depending on how the actual quest goes, I would usually gate these things behind quests anyway, on an out of character note, as opposed to gold. So
Yeah. I would also ask them to put the red dragon eye in it.
yeah,
And then whenever the hell we end up back to that wizard, hopefully he can use that to make a powerful enchantment on it. Yep. Dragon eye and mithril. What the fuck can you put in this? You made a fist that blew up Aaron's arm. I want you to get creative.
I want a sword that just I die when I swing it.
Not God let me cast True Resurrection.
Do what? I didn't hear what you said about True Resurrection. I just heard True Resurrection.
I just thought of something stupid and I have to say it. I don't expect this to be real, but I have to say it. Ultra Sword of Fang and Dragon, give me true sight.
Give me sight beyond sights.
Yeah. No way in hell. No way in hell. But I just needed to say that because I thought of it.
You never know, buddy. Blind sight's an option.
Don't say it like it can be a possibility. It's not.
I'm giving you hope.
There is no hope. I know it's a pipe dream. It's not even what I would want attached to it.
Yeah, what was Lawrence going to say? He said something about letting him cast to Resurrection, so it should be good.
It's either that or wait for 6 more levels.
Oh yeah, if we clear this, we'll probably get a level too. this is a milestone moment. Turning a city.